One of the settings that you can consider is the aspect ratio. The aspect ratio is the width of the slide by the height of the slide. By default, when you start a PowerPoint presentation, the ratio will be 16 by 9. Whether you're measuring in pixels or inches, we're looking at 16 units wide by 9 units high. And that's pretty standard for most computer monitors these days, as well as projectors. So if you're giving a presentation of some sort, then 16 by 9 will be a good ratio. However, if for some reason you are giving a presentation on an older monitor, then you might want to consider a different aspect ratio, such as 4 by 3. In order to change those aspect ratios, you'll click on the Design ribbon, and here you have the slide size that you can adjust. The typical ratios that you'll see, again, are 4 by 3 and 16 by 9, but you can customize your slide to whatever width and height you want. Measured in inches, the widescreen dimensions are 13 1/3 inches wide by 7 1/2 high. But if I wanted, I could make that square. I could make that 7 1/2 inches high, wide, 7 1/2 inches wide, and high. And I can even flip that. If I wanted to create an infographic, for example, I can make that 20 inches high. Since I already have content on my slide, if I were to change the dimensions, it's going to ask me if I want to maximize or ensure fit. If I ensure fit, then it's going to scale anything down so that it fits onto the slide, as opposed to if it's too narrow. For example, this is going to be 7 1/2 inches wide, where the original was 13 1/3 inches wide. Some of the elements would hang off the screen a little bit. So I'll go ahead and ensure fit. The vast majority of the time, you're probably just going to use the 16 by 9 ratio, but just know that you can customize it in case you want to do something a little more creative.